ain't trying to sway you, cause I ain't got all the answers. I'm just trying to convey to you, I be taking some chances. If my shit don't pertain to you, you can check out your man shit. You ain't teach us a damn thing, you ain't give us the game. We was giving you signals, but you ain't give us.
Welcome to another episode of I Don't Have the Answers, but let's talk about it anyway. I'm your host, Tim, the Answer Man 4, and I appreciate you all being here this week. This week's topic, holidays. More precisely, holiday traditions. Now, in my family growing up, we didn't have really detailed or defined traditions, so to speak. No, we did celebrate them. We did get together, but it was very loose. It wasn't the same thing every year. One of the only things that was the same every year is we used to get in the car and we'd drive. There was this neighborhood that was just a little south of the Tampa Stadium. They would all get together and they'd decorate and they'd have lights up, and you parked on one end of the block and you just walked. You got a chance to see all the different decorations, and there was somebody that was, offering hot chocolate. I mean, Florida wasn't exactly bitter cold, but it was nice. Community coming together and sharing things, and it was really good. Move forward a few years and things changed. I mean, mom and dad separated, and instead traditions morphed a little bit. Now, around the beginning of November, we had a new tradition. It's called stress. Mom stressing to figure out what she was going to do to come up with gifts for the kids. Kids stressing out about where the gifts were hidden so that we can try and find them. I remember Mom was devious one year. She swapped gifts with her friend, and she hid her friend's kids' gifts in our house. So when I thought that I found our gifts, I was so excited. Only to find out when I opened my gifts that they weren't the things that I found. Devious. But we had those little traditions. Move forward a few years, and now we have different traditions. We do a secret Santa gift exchange with our family. Well, with the adults. So you buy one gift for one of the family members that's participating, and instead of having to shop for the abundant number of adults that are in our family. And it's cute. I mean, I've got some really amazing gifts, and I still have some up on the wall. But traditions have changed. They've morphed a little bit over time, but they're still bringing the family together. I have a tradition with my mom that it's kind of like another unspoken, not exactly clearly defined tradition. But every year, either Thanksgiving or Christmas, when we're preparing a holiday meal, we're doing all the prep work in the kitchen, and we've got Christmas music playing on the radio. For some reason, right about the same time, we start crying. No picking on me, this is real stuff. But we start remembering my grandmother, and Granny really, really liked the holidays. She was very creative in her gift giving. Somebody was bound to get something from Finger Hut. But we share a moment where we think back to the times that we had with her, and the adventures that she would bring us. And we have a moment and we move on. Lately, however, I've seen that the traditions that we're sharing with our families and with our children have nothing to do with coming together and nothing to do with a common bond. We're focusing on the wrong reasons that we're celebrating. Christmas is a retail extravaganza. Thanksgiving is a grocery store event. Or maybe it's a charitable event. You can do something nice for a charity to make yourself feel good, the one time a year that you do something nice for a charity. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad, but there are 364 other days in the year. So why? Why have we changed? What has happened to drive us away from the traditions, the typical Hallmark moment traditions, to these newest fads and Black Friday shopping and all these different things instead of coming together? Now, I personally believe that it's all because of the attention that we're placing in the wrong areas. I mean, we're focusing on social media instead of being social. We're focusing on likes and sharing and comments instead of on our family. We're buying more gift cards than gifts because we can't be bothered with trying to figure out what it is that the recipient really likes. I'm not trying to say that gift cards are bad. Please don't bash me on that. But I think we really need to step back and remember the reason for these seasons, for this time of year. I mean, Lord knows this year has brought enough interesting hiccups along the way. We need to get back to those Hallmark moments. And no, I'm not getting any kind of advertising bonus from Hallmark. They're not sponsoring me. But I've been watching a lot of those movies with my wife lately. She gets a kick out of them, and I know that there's some others out there that like them as well. And I see the classical holidays, and I'm wondering what happened to them. Do you sit around the Thanksgiving table with your family and share a meal and share what you're thankful for? I mean, I know that we do, and we take time to do that. No sports are on. Heck, I don't even allow cell phones at the table when we're eating. I think that we need to get back in touch with those parts of our history and our culture and remember that there is a lot more at stake than just who gets the next touchdown or who has the best sales. Some people have lost family members, friends this year. I want you to turn to the ones that are sitting next to you this holiday and be thankful that they're still there. Remember those that weren't. And make a pledge to one another to hold tight to these traditions that you're making. Create new traditions. I was reading through, there's a new tradition that this one family started where they actually have a Mario Kart tournament every year on Thanksgiving leading up to dinner. They get together and they have a whole tournament board up and they all compete against one another. They go so far as to having uniforms and having little sponsor tags all over them, just something goofy. But that's the kind of thing that keeps a family together and engaged and not just scrolling through social media while they're passing the drumsticks. Those are the kind of things, those are the kind of memories that you're going to want to share later down the line as your children are growing up and you're like, do you remember back to the year that so-and-so won the family cup that we have every Thanksgiving Day? Yeah, that was great. We used to have a tradition. It wasn't a Christmas or Thanksgiving one. It was an Easter. My grandfather's side of the family, we used to get together at my grandfather's house and we'd have this massive Easter egg hunt. And then afterwards, we would play this softball game. And it started out, it was those that were over 20 against those that were 20 and under. And the ones on the over 20 team quickly realized that they needed to have some younger blood on their team. So they changed up the way that we were divided up. But it was the funniest thing. You'd have people in lawn chairs out there and just watching us play a game and laughing. There was a lot more laughing than there was scoring. And those are the memories that I have now. I can't tell you what I scrolled through and saw yesterday. I can't tell you the memes that I saw or that were shared. But I can tell you that the last time that I saw my grandfather up at the plate holding a softball bat, it was amazing. Something that I'm not going to forget. I mean, who can forget watching their grandfather in a pair of jeans, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat swinging a softball? Swinging a softball bat, not the ball. Those are the things that we need more of. Those are the memories that we want to hold on to. And I urge you all to create new memories and create new traditions with your family members this year. We've had a hard enough time getting by. Let's make this one great. Again, I may be wrong. You all know I don't have the answers. Well, at least not all of it. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
The boy is off Broadway.